I was just wanting to say thank you for your content. It's been real inspirational to me, and I'm in a season of my life that's just me trying to pick up the pieces. I don't. I mean, it's been. I don't know. I mean, I've been a Christian for a very long period of my life, and it's. I'm only really just recently coming back to God, and it's been, you know, when I say I'm picking up the pieces, I mean, I mentioned in a previous post, I'm morbidly obese and I got a long road ahead of me. I guess my question is, I know the steps I need to take. I need to get back in church. I know I need to start getting first and foremost healthy again to where I can consistently get out. Been living pretty much a prisoner in this apartment for almost 2 years now.
Mm.
I know first things that I need to do is one, stay in a routine, not have each day be just wondrously. I have to live each moment with purpose. I've been doing small workouts daily just to rebuild my core strength, squats, stuff like that. But I had a family member. I've tried to do the YouTube thing before, and I didn't really do anything with it. But a friend of mine and a family member was saying, I should use it as something to document my journey. I kind of interested in that, but I feel like, who am I to, like, why would anybody want to follow me? And I guess that's maybe an issue of me just I've always struggled with self-worth and struggled with, my own self-hatred and self-loathing. But secondly, do you think that would just be a distraction of what my path is moving forward and what I need to do and getting things back to where I need to be?
Wow. Okay, Cheyenne, thank you so much for sharing that, man. I appreciate your vulnerability, and forgive me for the delay. It's probably just the internet delay, but I appreciate your vulnerability. Now, I can't speak to the YouTube thing specifically. Like I don't know if it's gonna be good, if it's gonna be, for some of us, like, the positive reinforcement can be good. The opportunity to share your story and be held accountable by people can be a good thing. Sometimes it may not be a good thing, putting yourself out on the internet to more criticism and more negativity. So I can't really speak specifically to that. But sometimes it could work, and it doesn't have to be something fancy. It could simply just be, sharing it on Instagram or sharing it through YouTube Shorts, something simple. So I don't know enough about that, or I don't even know anyone that's gone through that in that way where they've documented all of it. And if that's a good thing or a bad thing, what I would encourage you to do, if you haven't already, is take a look at Atomic Habits, which is a great book that I would highly recommend. It's not a Christian book, but it has the practical side of everything you're talking about really broken down to, like, the crux of the issue and how to just kind of start in the right direction, which is going to be about finding those, like, initial keystone habits that you can build everything else on top of, and that momentum that you're going to have to build for yourself. And it's hard. Like, it's hard. I'm someone that, like, has dealt with food addiction, not to the degree that you're dealing with it, but definitely to the degree where, I've yo-yoed multiple times. And so I understand the psychology of, like, how hard it is to moderate something that, you can't go cold turkey off of food. Like, you need food to survive, right? So it's this tricky thing you got to navigate. And so what you're experiencing is not uncommon, that there are people that have gone through what you're going through. There are people that have conquered it. There is hope. And I think if I'm you, I'm figuring out, like, what is the first step. And I don't know that for you. I think you're going to have to discover that for yourself. Like, is the first step going on a walk every day? Is the first step learning to cook your own food and getting on a meal plan and really following that? Hey, you may not know I make music, but I have a brand new song that just came out. Here's a quick preview.
In a moment, I gotta overcompensate by building tabernacles while the world is rubbernecking. Eve wanted an Adam's apple. Whoa there, why you wanna go there? Time to shut the door, cause we letting out all the cold air.
Yo, Double R back, baby. It's not for Rolls Royce, it's for Rap Ruslan. Let's get it.
So hit the link in the description or go to RuslanToTheMoon.com to stream now. I'll see you over there.
Why you wanna go there?
I don't know what that first step is, but there's definitely, I feel, in my life, there's always one foundational habit that then unlocks everything else, and then I stack a bunch of habits on top of that foundational habit. So for me, it was just waking up earlier and then getting the nutrition in check. And like those two things changed everything. Changed everything about my marriage, changed everything about my finances, my career. Everything changed by waking up earlier and by changing what I'm eating and what I'm using for my fuel sources. And so, I don't know what that is for you, but I would just encourage you, like, get good stuff into your mind. The Audible version of Atomic Habits is great. The Audible version of Power of Habit is great. Get that stuff in your mind and start thinking about it, and then start trying stuff, right? Like it might be a process of trial and error. Like you might have to try a few different things. Okay, I'm going to try to wake up early. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to try to go on a walk every day. Okay, that doesn't work. And so it's like you want to find that thing and add on top of it. If you want to know my program, I follow Coach JT Tobias. He's awesome. He has a book out on Amazon. It's fairly inexpensive. It's $10. I brought him on as a coach, but it basically combines intermittent fasting, paleo, and keto. It's very difficult, but for me, I wanted to make that sacrifice, and I've lost a ton of weight. But the more important part is I changed my relationship with food. And that was huge for me. And so I'm gonna have Coach JT on as well. I think he's coming May 15th or something like that. So we're gonna have Coach JT on and giving just basic value. And so again, if I'm you, I'm trying to figure out what is that foundational habit that you can just stack a bunch of stuff on top of. You could unlock that, and you can change your life, and you can do anything if you could unlock, not anything like you're not going to be an astronaut or a professional basketball player, but like you can change a whole lot about the trajectory of what you're going through by finding that initial keystone habit and then stacking on top of that. Have you gone through our Master My Habits free course?
I actually I signed up for it. I haven't started it yet.
Okay.
But I definitely is going to start that program soon.
Okay, so go through that. That's free. And then obviously there's the Audible books of all the other stuff I mentioned. But yeah, start there. I think that could be a nice, simple understanding of just how habit formation and psychology, all that stuff works together. And that's with a licensed Christian therapist. Like he's not a counselor. He's an actual licensed therapist who's been doing this for decades. So check that out. It's at mastermyhabits.com. I will go through that, and I think that, and it's not very long. I mean, you can get through that in one setting.
Gotcha. All right, man.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Cheyenne. I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, this clip is from our daily after party stream. If you enjoyed it, consider signing up for our Patreon community for only $5 a month, where you get access to the replays of our daily after party streams, as well as the uncut extended versions of our podcast, Discord access that's private, and a discount code for our merch store, only $5 a month. And ultimately, it's the best way to help us contextualize the gospel of Jesus using media, podcasting, and of course, YouTube. The link for that is in the description or in the pinned comment. The perks are amazing. You should get on there. It's only $5 a month. I'll see you over there, all right? Peace.